guys, welcome to Raja Makes Money. How are all my money makers doing? And the chicken, 4 out of 5 days this week, we made money and we came out ahead this week. We'll figure out how much we made this week. I think it's about $150,000 ahead, and that is even with that $574,000 day down. So good solid week and all over the place. Did some crazy stuff today in the market. So we're going to go over it, show you guys what I did, and see if check my stress level when I was trading Gamestop today. Oh my God, that thing just moves. But I think it's really, I mean, that's when you can really day trade and make a lot of money fast or lose a lot of money fast. So just crazy stuff. But we did it. We survived it, and we survived the week. And we had another winning week. So let's just get right into it. And I'll show you guys what I did. Hope everybody had a great trading day today. Markets have just been on fire this week. So here's our account. We are up $105,000 today. So we're at $5,930,000. So since the start of the year, we are up $930,000. So we are back on pace for our $15, $20, $25 million goal this year. We are back on track. Hopefully this time, once we break $6 million, we don't fall back again. It seems like every time we get going, something happens, but it's still, every week we're coming up ahead. So that's all that matters. And we had a couple of really great OTC stocks, which is over the counter stocks, or penny stocks as people call them. We had a couple this week, doubled, tripled in price. Just some really, really great picks we had. So we'll go over those as well and show you guys which ones did well and which new ones were playing on those. Also, we did some smaller call options, or put options, excuse me, so that anybody could play, because I know the Apple ones are pretty expensive. And I'm also going to show you what the Apple market makers are doing. They could be setting up to try and really squeeze some people if the market gets volatile. So I'll show you guys that as well. But let's look at what we did. So nothing new on Jaguar this week. I think overall it's down a little bit, but at least it's maintaining. That one we're just waiting for the SPAC play and some news. OPTI, that one actually today up a little bit. It's coming back. We need 23 cents to break even on that one. NW Therapeutics, that one today up a little bit. That one I'm hearing some rumbling that is supposed to start going again. Our BANT, BANT, that got as high as 2 cents today. I bought another 500,000 shares of it. I figure, you know what? For $9,000, what the heck? If this thing goes, so I got 1 million shares. Have you ever owned 1 million shares of stock? This thing moves 1 penny. It's $10,000. So if this thing goes to 10 cents, I'm going to make 80 grand. This thing could be the next OZSC. This could be the next OZOP, so looks good. Then we got CTYX. So I sold some more stock today. I sold another 100,000 shares at 15 cents. This was our one. Remember, it sat at 5-6 cents forever. I said, you know what? I'm hearing things about this one. So it finally took off. And new high today on that one. Then the new one we got into also was a therapeutic solution, TSOI. So that one was flat. Also, another new one today, Goldrich Mining Company. So we got 300,000 shares of that one at 3 cents a share. This is a new one. They said this is gonna be interesting. This could be huge, or it goes to 2 cents and we lose a couple of grand. But it's cheap. This is one of those, like I told you guys, throw $10 at it. Whatever. Throw $20. Not, you don't want to throw the But these 2 or 3 cent ones, when they get moving, like I said, you have 300,000 shares. It's every penny this thing goes up, it's $3,000 for me. So it can definitely pay off. And then CCIV just on fire today. And after hours, let's take a look at it. Back up to around $35. Got as high as $36 today. I was hoping to see it end at an all-time high, but it did pull back a little bit. So had that. But yeah, overall, everything's looking really, really good. Then I day traded GameStop today. That was nerve-wracking. At one point, I bought it. We were down. I averaged down. And then at one point, I was down almost $50,000 on it within minutes. And then we turned it around real quick, got $21,000 out of it. And I said, you know what? I'm done. Made my money and taken a little break. So it gets very stressful. And then OZOP, I sold out of that one today at around 23, 24 cents. That one had a good run. That was the one, we bought very cheap. And then Apple, I rolled up some Apple today to pick up the premium, and then made this $20,000, and actually more than that, because I had to buy 400 contracts back to do some stuff. And then we still have our GNOG and our Golden Nugget and iDynamics. But look at this, guys. I am loaded 4,500 contracts of CCIV, the Churchill one. This is that whole merger deal with Lucifer, and the CEO of Lucifer was on CNBC today, and they asked him about the merger, and he said, "I can't comment." And that blew the stock up, because what else could he say but "I can't comment"? But the big thing is they are expecting that. So it's an electric car company in America. This is the one that could actually knock heads with Tesla. They have a car out there already. They're doing a Super Bowl commercial this Sunday. So this is big. This one, we're loaded up. I mean, we have 200, we got 147,000 and 282,000 in play here. And the thing is, I mean, the stock's at $35. I mean, we're 15 points and 12 and a half points away. So even if there's a little delay or some volatility, I think we'll be okay on this. But everybody is thinking that the big news is coming Monday. So, maybe they'll have the Super Bowl commercial. This thing will run another 3 or 4 points Monday. Maybe I'll take some chips off the table. I'll say, you know what, if we're up 100, 200 grand on this or something, maybe I'll say, you know what, I mean, otherwise I want to smash this thing. I want to go for the $500,000 on it. I mean, it's got the potential. And if they do the deal, the only thing that I don't like is it only trades in option contracts on monthly basis. So this one has 2 weeks to go. But like I said, I'll show you on Apple, the market on that is so soft. I mean, there's just no premium. So for a premium value and, just having regular margin requirements, this is definitely the way to go. Let me show you guys all the trades I made today. Lots of them. The BANT, 500,000 more of those at 0.19 cents. So this is one, like I said, I like to buy into momentum when they're starting to move. CTYX, I sold 100,000 shares at 15 cents today. So this is Gamestop. So I'll explain what I done in Gamestop. So I bought 5,000 shares at $77. And of course, before I knew it, it was $70 and I was down 35 grand. Then as it was coming down, I averaged down and bought 3,000 more shares at $73. And so one thing is on these 5,000 shares that we got at an average price, it was actually an average price of about $78. And then I got 3,000 more at 73, and then I got 5,000 at 69. And then, so I had 13,000 shares that I then got off at $75. So yes, on the first 5,000 shares that I paid $78 for, I lost $3 a share. But this is one I was showing you guys the other day live on our Patreon group. And for everyone watching, and welcome, we have 120 Patreons now. So thank you guys for all your support. They get access to all my trades in real time as I make them. Hopefully, and a lot of them are making a lot of money. We also have our private Facebook Patreon group where everybody's talking about different stocks and how they're doing in the market and stuff they like. It's just blossoming into an incredible group of people there. So thank you guys so much. If you want to join our Patreon group, just go to patreon.com. Raja Makes Money, and I think you'll make a lot of money being part of it. But remember, guys, this channel is for entertainment purposes only. I'm just sharing with you the trades I make. Trade stocks at your own risk and what makes sense to you. So I bought 5,000 shares, $78. I was down $3 a share. So basically, well, we sold at 75. So we took a loss on those. Then I bought 3,000 more shares, at these 73. And then I bought the 5,000 more shares at 69. So the 5,000 shares at 69 cents that we sold for 75, we made $6. So we had a $30,000 profit. The 3,000 shares that we bought at 73 that we sold for $75, we made $6,000 on. So we had $36,000 in profit. And then the 5,000 shares that we sold for $75, we lost 15,000. So if you take 36 minus the 15,000, in under 10 minutes time, I made $21,000 doing that day trade. So you know what? Clap to the Raja. He did good for once now. So that's just to explain what we did. And that's why you want to average down sometimes when you're day trading. Don't shoot the load, all at once, because things change very fast. So those are all the GameStop trades you see here. Then we bought in 300,000 shares of the Gold Rich Mining, 3 cents, got those. Also, pre-market today, we did our naked trade. This naked trade keeps paying off for us every day. We buy here. So here after hours, actually it's up a little bit after hours today. Usually it's been down, closed at 110, but it's 113, 114. So every morning this thing seems to go. So if you remember yesterday, I think we bought it at like 113 or I don't know. We made $600-700 on the trade on the 10,000 shares. Nothing huge, but like I said, we keep catching it, so it's working out good. And then here's the OZOP Energy Solutions. We sold 100,000 shares, 24 cents. Another 100 or 200,000 shares, around 23.5 cents. This one, if it comes back down to $15-16 again, we will be back into it. So definitely looks good. On Apple, I bought those. So I had 1,400 contracts of the 134s. Stock was trading around 136, 137. So I bought these back for 11 cents. And then I turned around and sold 900 contracts at 20 cents plus another 500. So the 1,400 contracts at 21 and 24 cents. So about a 22-cent average. So basically what I did is I took the 1,400 contracts times 11 cents and I picked up another $16,000 just by rolling up and just, it's free money. The other ones were going to expire worthless. Why not make an extra 16 grand, put the money to work? That's what I did. And then at the end of the day, I bought 400 contracts back at a penny just because I wanted to free up some capital to do some more CCIV. CCIV all over the place, 900 contracts here at 70 cents, some at 65 cents, more at 75 cents. We were selling, different fills. Same with 300 contracts at $1.30. Oh, I did buy back the $25 ones. They were down a little bit. And I said, I wanted to take some of those profits and I wanted to just give myself an extra $2.50. No reason to get too crazy and stuff on it. So that's what we did there on the CCIV. Jeff Schwartz in the building, still holding CTYX 5,000 shares at 0.585 cents. The last traded was a 52-week high at 115, almost 16 cents, 2.5 times the investment price so far. See it heading to the 20s. So the CTYX, that's the one they said should keep going. I still have 100,000 shares. If it dips a little bit, I'm going to buy it back in. If it keeps going, I got 100,000 shares. I've made my money and I'm very happy. Hope, $5 super chat. What do you think about Clove and all the drama around it? This is another Heidenberg. Is it Heidenberg, whatever you. I don't know. Here, let's look it up for you. A second. CLOV. Yeah, this is well, today was back up. So yesterday it was down because of that research report, with the shorts. And, I don't know, people aren't going to just put out fake research. But who knows, back up today. So not where it was this week, but I don't know that, when you start getting all the, you have to, like they said, it's a bunch of noise. Sometimes the noise is true. Sometimes the noise doesn't matter. So it's hard to say. I don't know. Here's my thing. If you have somebody pounding a stock saying it's no good or there's problems with it, I'd stay out of it unless you're shorting it. So, all right, here's a smart one. 19 Scoot. LOL, still holding GameStop. You must be new to this, Raja. I'm not sure what you mean. I made $21,000 day trading GameStop today. Don't have any of it overnight, so not sure what you're trying to say, but I definitely am happy that you're watching the channel, and hopefully you learn how to day trade and make some money, buddy. So, definitely looking good. Also, guys, don't forget about the We Bull Challenge. If you guys haven't signed up, you can sign up anytime this month and get into it. You can only start with $100 in your account, and you get 4 free shares of stock for signing up when you do. And take advantage of it, guys. Whoever can make the most money, and the 4 free shares of stock you do get do count. You can start the last day of the month. Doesn't matter. But everyone who is doing the We Bull Challenge, make sure you send in some of your send in your reports. Let us know how you're doing, and somebody's going to have bragging rights for being the best trader out there who made the most off of $100. So $2 super chat. JJ, $2 super chat. How high do you think CTYX will go? So I've been told 50 cents. I've been told $1. At the end of the day, I had 400,000 shares, and you watched me sell some of it at 11 cents, or I think 9 cents or 10 cents, 11 cents, and you just saw me sell 100,000 more shares of it at 15 cents. If it comes back down to 9 or 10 cents, I'll probably buy 300,000 more shares. If it hits 20 cents, the Raja will probably be out of it and take his 100,000 shares to the bank and call it good. You also have to remember the Raja sold out a sundial at 60 cents on Monday or Tuesday, and then pull up the chart here. It went to what, $2, and we had 25,000 or 50,000 shares of this one. So I don't, or not sundial, SRIC. What was the one we had? SCIR. So many of these. Not sundial. God, SR. Well, one of you guys in the chat will let me know really quickly here which was the one that went to like $2. SR, is it SRIC? There it is, CIRC, Solar Integrated Roofing. This is the one that the Raja sold out of, hit a new high again today. This is the one that I sold out of Monday at right here at 60 cents, made a little profit or broke even. It's 70 cents. I wish I would have waited. You never know. And I know a lot of you guys kept it, so congratulations to all my Patreon members who made a ton of money on that one. But it just, you never know. I look at it like this: if I made a profit, I made a profit. No one's ever, it's kind of like they say, like in hockey, 100% of the shots that you don't take can't go in the net. So if you have a profit, you have a profit. It's just hard to, nobody knows how high these things will go. I've been told stocks are going to go to, $100 and they go to $1. I've been told stocks are going to go to $1 and they go to $100. So you just never know. Margaret says, can you explain what it means if a stock is halted? So Margaret, if a stock is halted, it means just that, it is halted. So you can't trade. So what happens a lot of times, if a stock has heavy volatility like GameStop and some of those, if there's a huge fluctuation really quickly, or something looks off, or too much activity, the market makers, or their circuit breakers they call them, will basically halt the stock from trading for 5 minutes, and then it resets itself and everybody gets back in. So this is to protect people on the buy and sell side. So example, if all of a sudden when GameStop was running up, they would halt the stock because they want to make sure like nobody knew anything or any reason why. It wasn't off the news. It was just off of the WeChat group, but or WeStock group. But so they just halt the stock as a security measurement. So that is basically what it is. Joan, can somebody explain how contracts work? So option contracts work very simply. Stocks that are optionable. One contract is 100 shares of stock. So, and you can buy calls, which is you're betting on the stock going up, or you could buy puts, which is you betting on the stock going down. Then there's different other, things you can do with option contracts, but that's basically in a nutshell what a contract is, and it's 100 shares. So definitely good. Woof's in the house. One of our YouTube sponsors has access to those really cool emojis, and welcome all our YouTube sponsors watching. Any of you guys can become a YouTube sponsor, and you get access to the extra cool emojis on YouTube. Chart is amazing on CIRC too. Keep an eye, but it's still going up. Got it at 65 cents and went to 274 today or something like that. Yeah, no, like I said, some of I get good picks. Sometimes I sell out too early, but then sometimes you don't know. You sell out too late. So you just never know. I mean, it's hard, when GameStop hit $490, how many people probably said, oh, this thing's going to 800, then it came down to 300 and they said, hold the line. And now it's $60 or $63. You just never know. So definitely cool stuff there. see this guy, one and none. Wow, you're the dude who plays slots. That's right, the one and only Raja from the Big Jackpot. And don't forget, this Tuesday night we have more live play. Rumor is Brian of Denver is down in Tampa, Florida at the Hard Rock Casino. So if anybody's down there this weekend for the Super Bowl, make sure you look for him. He's at the Hard Rock gambling away. But we got that. So some people had questions on the Webull Challenge. So let me just go over that real quick again. As soon as your account's approved, you take a screenshot of the $100. Can't put in any extra money throughout the month or you'd be disqualified. This is just $100. Who can make the most money? The 4 shares that you get for free from Webull, that does count in your total. So Richard says, are you going to play ZOM again? I've been watching it. If it dips a lot, I don't know. That was another one. I mean, we had a lot of shares. We made a profit and we got out, and you just never know. Some of those stocks you just want to get out of. And like I said, I look at it like this. I look at my account as a whole. And like today, it's up, $105,000. Another great day in the marketplace. Some of that profit came from Apple. Some of the profit came from CTYX. Some of it came from CCIV. Some of it came from OZSC. So, you just have to watch these accounts as a whole and see what feels good. Also, I wanted to show you guys. So I want to show you what the market makers are doing. I told you I was going to show you this on Apple. So this is really interesting. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to suck you in. And if Apple drops 2 or 3 points, it could be devastating. You could lose hundreds of thousands of dollars really quick if you have a large position. So here's the Apple option chain. Let's pull up the one for next week, since this week's really doesn't matter. And there we go. So if you look at the puts, so Apple is trading at 136 or 136 somewhere in there. 136.30. Well, 136.76 it closed at, down a little bit after hours, down a little bit today. So this is interesting. So when you look at this, so if you want to try, normally I try and stay a few points behind Apple, or if I'm going to go right where it's at, there's a nice premium. But look at this, guys. This is awful. Okay, so at $136, that's basically where Apple is at. The premium is $1.50 only. So they're saying that next week Apple is going to be basically anywhere between a 134 and 138. I mean, that's nuts. If Apple dropped, so let's say normally I would stay behind the stock. So, normally I would play like the 130, something like 6-7 points away, and that would be 80 cents to $1. It's 23 cents. Apple can drop 5-6 points in minutes, in 2 or 3 days. Now, I will say there's not a lot happening. I mean, there's a lot happening in the world, but there's not a lot of, all the earnings are out. There's more earnings coming, but, I think all the big companies that have earnings, they've come out, they've done their thing. We know where they're at, but this is where it gets tough. And some of the stuff I do is premium shopping. So I have to look at this scenario. Like, let's say I was to write 1,500, I tie up $5 million into 1,500 contracts of Apple. And let's say I do the one, even if we did the 131s, those for right here at 30 cents, that's going to pay us $45,000 only. That's horrible. I can't make $150,000, $200,000 a week, but they're trying to suck you in. So let's say I do that, right? And then Apple drops. So basically, if Apple was to drop 6 points this week, those 30-cent contracts that I'm going to make $45,000 on, there would be a negative $100,000. I would lose $90,000 on the trade. So this gets very scary and interesting. So you have to really know and watch this stuff. And from trading these stocks so well, it's just because the volatility has come way down, the VIX. Some of this is market manipulation. We've been hammering these guys. I mean, look at today. I picked up another $20,000. I did 1,400 contracts for an extra, 11, 12 cents, we've hammered these guys. You got to remember, every dollar you make, every dollar all of us make, somebody could be losing money, especially in the option contracts. Stocks are a little different because if nobody's shorting the stock and it just keeps going up, then it works out. But if you're doing options, it's like sports betting. Somebody has to win and somebody has to lose. Then if you look at some of these other ones we could play, like the chains. But like I said, I think the markets are pretty stable. We don't have any crazy news coming out. You can look at like Tesla, for example. See what that one's at. So obviously these, and I almost played Tesla, but Tesla also is just so expensive. You can't do a lot with it because of the price. So Tesla was like around what, 258 today or something, or 852, 250, 852. So if you look at Tesla and you come all the way down, I would definitely not want to play. Tesla, you would want to be like 10. If to play Tesla, you got to be about 85% off. So if you came all the way down on Tesla to like the let's say the 750, for example, that's $5. And I think that's a pretty safe bet, being 11, 12% out of the money. But it's not that much. Like if you want to give up, $12 for 50 cents. So I think like the 750 would be a safe play. But the thing is, I could write about 300 with $5 million. You could write 300 contracts at Tesla at $5. That'd be $150,000 play. And I don't think Tesla's going to drop 100 points this week. Earnings are out. I mean, what news is going to happen that would make Tesla go down 100 points? I mean, so this is where you have to look at this stuff and you have to kind of make an educated decision. You've got X amount of money at work for you. What is going to be the best return, dollar for dollar? But at the same token, if Tesla did come down, 150 points, you're selling something for $5 to make 150 grand, and before you know it, you're down $500,000 or more. So, I mean, the thing is, you can keep rolling this stuff out, and that's why we've showed you guys in past weeks, the rollouts and different stuff like that. So, definitely looks good. Raj, if you were to ever take any cannabis stocks, what would you buy? So one, I don't think the cannabis stuff is going to get approved. It sounds like, originally people thought that was going to happen pretty quick. I don't think that's going to happen right now. Some cannabis stocks that I do have, I have Bellrock Brands, which is DXBRF. I have 750,000 shares of that one. One I've been watching is Medicine Man, SHWZ. And that one is up almost about $1.30 from when I've been watching it. It has been as high as almost $3.50. It's come down a little bit, but the cannabis stuff is interesting. I also had another one, and this is I'll show you guys this one. So this is interesting. It's called Mass Roots, MSRT. I had like 2 million shares of this thing. I sold this thing before at $1.10 and all over the place. But this thing was a dud all the way down to under 1/10 of a penny. And the last couple of days, it's starting to trade some volume. And if you look at the little chart here, it came out of the graveyard. So I don't know if this is, all the way down here under a fraction, a penny, all the way up to as much as 4 cents. So this thing's getting going again. No idea why, except, because they're not even a marijuana play. They were a big scam back in the day. This guy, Isaac Dietrich, I was part of some of their private placements of it. So it was basically, they were going to be like the weed maps of marijuana. So they would have this app, and then it would tell you, where to go buy this stuff. And kind of like an Instagram, people could post pictures, and it was a good concept. Everything worked. Well, ran out of money. Guy ran the company in the ground, just immature, childish, the way he ran it. So then the stock's basically like 15, 20 cents. All of a sudden it runs to $1, $1.25 the next one day. What's happening? He's like, puts out a thing, Mass Roots, blockchain technology for marijuana. I mean, it's a joke. It couldn't work. The stock ran, came all the way back up, then of course just crashed and burned from there. But I'm sure it's getting played because this company has nothing going on. They have no money left, and it's going nowhere. How about Dogecoin? If you believe in Elon Musk and he keeps tweeting about it long enough, he'll probably do something. I think it's a total waste, but that's my opinion. I think, the guy who invented the coin said it's a total waste. So Matthew Davis, hey Scott, how do you know when to cut your loss on options? That's up to you. Like I said, I look at my account as a whole. I try and individually pick stuff that obviously I want to make money with, but sometimes, like for instance, at some point Jaguar, if it doesn't do something, I just may say screw it. I got 60,000 shares of this thing at $3, or 280. It's tying up. Pull it up here. It's tying up capital that I'm not putting to use. So if I have 200,000 shares of it, or 60,000 shares of it, I have $163,000 in capital right now that's not in use. If I bought 100,000 shares of, or 120,000 shares of SNDL or Sundial, or marijuana, or something, and that goes up 50 cents, that's going to make me 60 grand. I got my money, and then I could buy back Jaguar. But Jaguar Monday, remember when it ran to 350 and came all the way back down to 290? I'm holding out on this one because it is supposed to be a SPAC play, and that's what we're waiting for on it. So hopefully it comes through and works. Also, guys, we haven't checked in on our Bitcoin. We started with $50,000. We're all the way down to 39,000 at one point, and we are back up to $49,000. So we are within $1,000 of being even. And our next big buy day on Bitcoin is going to be on Sunday. Valentine's Day will be the second buy for $50,000. That will be the next 30-day period. So we have that coming up. So excited for that. But it's so hopefully it goes down. Honestly, I don't want Bitcoin to be at an all-time high on next Sunday when we make our buy. But like I said, we're just going to keep buying throughout the course of a year, just like how I day trade. So I really don't care. Like I said, I'd rather buy all year lower and have it at the end of the year be higher. But at the end of the day, it'll just keep going up and up and up. Also, guys, big shout out to all the Patreon members watching, all 120 of you guys. Thank you so much for joining our Patreon group. Hope you've been making lots of money off of our stock picks. And also, I hope you guys have been enjoying the private Facebook group. If you guys haven't signed up for the private Facebook group, make sure you get on there, because it's like I said, it's taking off and growing tremendously for our private Patreon stock group. So definitely take care of all that. So what time of day are you buying Bitcoin? So when we do it on Sunday, it'll be during our Sunday show live, like we did last time. So it'll probably be so this Sunday, I think somebody asked earlier. The Super Bowl is obviously Sunday. So I'm going to have my show during halftime now. I'm going to do the show earlier in the day. So probably like 3 or 4, probably an hour or two before the Super Bowl starts. We'll do our Sunday recap show so everybody can keep up with what's going on and stuff. And then, for the Bitcoin trade, Woofs, it will be Sunday during the normal show, which is like 4 or 5 o'clock on Sunday, Mountain Standard Time on the Valentine's Day. That'll be my Valentine's Day treat to all of you buying more Bitcoin. So, all right. Somebody says MITA. A lot of chat asking. I haven't seen that. Who's asking? And any names? MITI. Let's see. Take a look for you. 42 cents. Metesco. Don't know anything about this one. Let's look at a 3-month chart. Of course, another one that was 5 cents and skyrocketed the last couple of days. I don't know anything about this one. Looks like, what was the volume today? Nothing huge for volume. High have been as high as 60 cents, 2 cents. Like I said, what do they do? Metesco, Friendly True Nature Holding, is a holding company. The company is focused on acquisition of compounding pharmacy companies. Yeah, this is another one that is just in that pharmacy, biotech, pharmaceutical, electric vehicle, battery, energy. They all seem to be doing pretty well. Steven says, thoughts on Microsoft over this weekend? I don't know anything about, I don't know if something's supposed to happen over this weekend. I don't follow I watch it periodically, but I don't really follow it that closely. I know they're way up this year. They've had great earnings and stuff, but I don't know of anything that's supposed to happen over the weekend, so I can't really comment on it. But I think there's a solid company. Nothing bad about Microsoft. So definitely watch it. Oh, you know what? Did I not have the screen up for that last one? So here's that Metesco. I was showing it. Sorry. Sometimes I forget. Bermuda, $2 super chat. Thank you for all the knowledge you shared. You're very welcome. It's my pleasure. I enjoy sharing it with you guys. Jeff Schwartz. Where's those Jeff Schwartz emoji on my YouTube sponsors? ABEO alerted. Next week might get to $5. Waiting on data release. My stock tip for the week. So, in all honesty, Jeff, let them know who really gave you that stock tip today. So, I did not buy that one, but hopefully this one does good for Jeff. Ian Fernando, what up, bro? You're on my recommended. Great seeing you doing this. I just started learning the market during the pandemic. while doing my online stuff. Awesome. And good to see you. And I know from the affiliate industry for the last like 20 years. So good to see you. Hope you're doing good in the marketplace. And thanks for checking us out. That's awesome that you hit up on the recommended list. We just started the channel a month ago, so it's been doing good. Raja, take a look at MVIS, buy or sell. MVIS, buy or sell. All right. Give you the Raja recommendation. 52-week high today. That's a good sign. It's after hours. 26 million shares. Do not know anything about this company. Look at the last month. It's another one just on fire. Let me guess, pharmaceuticals or laser beam scanning technology. The company markets its technology under the brand name PicoB. Develops scanning technology that can be used for products for interactive protection, ranging linear, automotive, for self-driving stuff. And that stuff with the self-driving, all these have done really well. But I don't know. Like I said, these get tough when they. I like to buy stuff. So a couple of things. Sometimes I buy something, it runs, I sell, I'm done. Sometimes I like to buy, especially with the OTC and the penny stocks, I like to buy and it starts going. And then I want to buy into the rally because I want to support it and take a position. So it's a little different. But at the end of the day, if you made money, you got to take it and run and stuff. Marcus says, made some profit on GME because I got in early. Although I missed making 50K out of an additional 3K investment, still sitting on 20 shares, hold or sell ASAP. I personally would be out of it. I don't, could it go back to 100? Could it go back to $300? Anything is possible. I can tell you these market makers have got it under control. It's going to be where they want it to be. So Brad Noble, Scott, ever owned Ford? I actually own some Ford now in one of my accounts. It's done pretty good. I think the big issue with the automakers is going to be the chips, without the semiconductors, and production and stuff. It's going to definitely hurt the new vehicles coming out. So, hey guys, if you haven't subscribed yet to me on YouTube, make sure you click on that subscribe button and click that gray bell so you get notifications when we go live. And if you're watching me on Facebook, make sure you click on the follow button and the little thumb up guy. That's the like button so that you get notifications on Facebook when we go live. So don't want to miss out on the fun. Raja makes money. What do you think of cloud commerce? Are you talking about I guess are you talking about like the eBays and not eBay, like PayPal and that kind of stuff? Are you talking about stores? Obviously anything in the cloud is, the cloud and cloud storage and all that and hosting are huge. And obviously online sales are going to continue to keep growing and stuff. So F-15 production temporary, maybe on Ford. I've watched a little bit on Ford. Like I said, I don't have a large position in it. Maybe a couple of hundred shares I own. I'm not expecting this one to, this isn't Tesla. This isn't going to go to $800 from $11. Maybe I think the upside potential is 15, 16. I think the downside potential is $10, 10.50, $9, $10 in there. So somewhere in there. Cloud. Oh, sorry about that. It's a company. All right. So, all right. CLWD. So you're talking about commerce in the clouds. I was like, sorry about that. Cloud commerce. Another 10-cent one. It's got to be good. 25 million shares today. Cloud commerce. It's been as high as 15 cents this week. This month. It was way down here. So this is another one that, this to me looks more like a manipulation play, but hard to say. Like I said, without really watching how it trades. Global provider of commerce, the company focuses primarily on the four main areas: engaging, front-end design, back-end integration, digital marketing, and analytics, and complete solution management. The company's core solutions build enterprises honestly, anybody who can write something that sounds as good as that, I'm a buy. Just buy as much as you can of this one. I don't know. If you can read that and make sense of it all, it sounds good. But, at the end of the day, you have to look at the numbers. If there's no money, they're losing $2. They're losing here. So they're losing 4 cents a share. oops, they're losing 4 cents a share, negative P&E. So they're not making any money, so they could run out of cash, but definitely got to look at that. I've been playing Doug A. I've been playing some GAN. It's a play on sports betting. It's got a nice chart. Yeah, no, a lot of that sports betting stuff's done really good. So definitely can make a lot of money on the sports betting. That's especially the Super Bowl. They're expecting a huge weekend on sports betting apps. Ignite Rise. If you only have $200, would you buy options or shares into stocks, and what stocks would you put that money into? That's a tough question. If I had $200 and I was a gambler, I'd probably try some of these, like I've discussed, some of these OTC stocks. They are extremely high risk, but if you have $200 and let's say you put $20 into a couple of them and they double or triple, that $20 could turn into 40 or 60. If you have $200 and you buy one share of Apple at $135 and it goes up 10 points, you're going to make $10. I mean, you're not going to, so it just depends what your goals are. If you're looking for a return on investment, even if, if you find some of these ones, I mean, obviously the best is, if you can find a stock that is, 50 cents and it goes to $3, that's going to be the best return on investment. But, definitely you have to, just play those and stuff. So, Michael, do you have to pay for each trade like TD Ameritrade? So option contracts you have to pay for. Most stock brokerage firms now, stock trading is 100% free because they're just making money on the spreads. So, or some may be charging still $7.95 or something like that. Christian, hey Raja, what do you think about Disney? They have earnings next week. Here's what I think about Disney. They have earnings next week. They're losing a lot of money. Let's pull up the chart on Disney real quick. They're losing money. You can't have California close for almost a year now and make money. Their stock is way up from the lows, which is surprising. But yeah, I mean, look at this. They're losing $1.56 per share. That's a negative 115 P&E. Most profitable companies trade at a 30 P&E profitable. They're trading at 3 times negative, and they're $200 a share. Near today, they hit a new 52-week high today almost. After hours, they're back at their 52-week high. Obviously, the bet on Disney is on the Disney Plus, for their videos and all that. I don't know how many of those people are going to stay. They have a lot of members on it because if you remember last year, Verizon gave everybody 1 year for free of Disney Plus. Well, how many of those people are staying? I'm not, my kids wanted to stay just for Mandalorian, but I don't know, how many people are going to, stay on it and stuff. But I mean, the amusement parks, they're getting slaughtered, with capacity and rates or, just capacity and, how many people can be in the parks at a time. California, I mean, how much did Disneyland make in California this year? From March until today, how much have they made? Zero. How much have they lost? Billions. So it's interesting. And, the other thing that's kind of a shame is that a lot of these publicly traded companies that have money in the bank, the government gave out PPE money. And I know like a lot of people were shaming some of these publicly traded companies for tapping the PPE money. It doesn't matter if you're publicly traded or not. And even if you have money in the bank, if the government is going to force you to shut down your business, you have every right to use that PP&E money. If the PP&E money was out and small people couldn't get a hold of it and the government didn't have enough of it, then I could understand. But there's a surplus of it. They said even on this last round that they just did with the last stimulus that it's barely being used. And there's so many businesses suffering. It's very interesting. I'll tell you a quick story. At one of my clubs right now, one of the hottest selling items is 1942 tequila. It costs about $100, $105 a bottle. There's 6 bottles to a case, $600. Well, there's a huge shortage because of, Mexico and production down there and borders and everything else. So you only get like an allocation of 1 or 2 cases a month. And we go through like 6 or 10 cases of this stuff a month at the club. And, so I would have to go out to the open market sometimes to get more at the liquor stores. And instead of getting it wholesale for $105, you have to go buy it for $140 plus pay sales tax. Because if you buy wholesale, you don't pay sales tax because when you sell something, you collect sales tax. But if you go in the open market to buy it, so here I am paying $30, $40 a bottle more. So then all these liquor stores are trying to order more of it. I'm competing against them because everybody thinks there's this hot run on 1942. But what started happening is all of a sudden they started having more. I said, oh, I thought there was a sold out. And they, no, a lot of the places that we were delivering to, they just can't afford to write a check for it. They only are taking what they need. So, I mean, they don't even have $600. Here's a product that you're selling and you need, and you don't have $600 to buy it for inventory. So any business should take advantage of the PPE money. If like my club, for example, we were fully closed for 4 months of this year. And what is so disappointing is I got my new property tax bill and it went up. How could it went up? We're closed for 4 months of the year and my property tax bill goes up. So I have to pay even more money out this year. And I couldn't even be open for 4 months. I'm going to take advantage of PPE. Doesn't matter if I have $100 million in the bank. If my individual business suffered, I was forced by the government not to be allowed to be open for 4 months of the year. I'm entitled to get that $200,000-$300,000 in PPE money for those 4 months. And nobody should be ashamed of it. But they did, if you guys remember, Wall Street and all these people try to shame all these public companies. So a lot of these public companies have huge losses. Honestly, if Disney has how many employees in California that aren't working, why should they not get $10 million or $50 million in PP? If the government has the money available and smaller businesses that need it first were able to take advantage of it, then they should take advantage of it. Because last time I checked, all these publicly traded companies that do make money at some point in life, again, pay taxes. So take advantage of it. There's no shame in it. So, but that's what I got to say on that. It's a slot machine in the house. Hi, Doug A. Is Doug A new stock pick, Simon? No, just kidding. Doug A is Simon's new Valentine. Look at these two, just flirting away in the middle of my chat. So, but hey guys, I hope you guys have a great weekend, and that's my show for you guys. I hope you made a lot of money in the markets this week. I wound up about 150,000 up, so we had a great turnaround from where everything was. Lots to talk about coming up this week. We'll see how the markets look. I'm going to do my show about 2 hours before the Super Bowl on Sunday. So I don't want to affect anyone from watching the Super Bowl. Don't forget, guys, about the We Bull Challenge. You can still sign up. There's a link in the chat. It's also pinned there. Make sure you take advantage of it. Also, once you do sign up, make sure you send in your screenshot so that we can get you registered so that we know you're doing it. Bonsai on a review in the house, one of our YouTube sponsors. He's up $7. Hey, that's something. Got to start somewhere. Carla, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great weekend. I hope you guys all have a great weekend. Thank you so much, and I thank you everyone who's been sharing Raja Makes Money, telling their friends about us. We continue to grow. We are over 6,000 followers and subscribers on both between YouTube and Facebook. We have each one platform has almost 6,000 each. So thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart for helping. It takes a lot to launch a new channel. I didn't realize how hard I would be working. And you know what? Maybe Sunday too, I'll show you the new studio. It's coming together really nicely. We won't have all these microphone issues. And well, we don't have an issue, but it's going to sound so much better. So should be great. But thank you guys so much. Take care and have a great weekend. I'll see you guys Sunday.